Oh,
Do it. What do you think?
all right. So slow. Close. Type in the OS real quick.
See, it's like it's only giving me the zip.
It'll give you the zip, and then it'll open that up. And then you run the zip, and it just closes out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, try to run the zip one more time. Let me see the.
Where's my mouse? Oh, sorry. I can't see my mouse. I don't know.
Here they go.
Oh. All right, set up.
Yeah, set up. Let's see. Go to read me. I'm trying to set up. Okay, yeah. Oh, you must first.
It's already. Oh, without just.
Yeah. So go to extract. Go ahead. Sign. Yeah. Oh, okay. You gotta sign yourself in. So did you set up?
It's not doing it. It's not even running now.
What am I?
97.6.
Oh. So 103.
Yeah, it's not running it out. I need to sign in too. It's not even running the setup. It's like it's just going away. Okay, they did it this time. Yes, I want to install software. Don't minimize. Okay. Next. I did this. Next. Accept. Next.
Straight to the C. Okay.
All right.
It's been a minute since I did this.
Set up any premature visitor. Your system has not been modified since I was for one later time. Please run installation again. No, I wasn't reading it, so that's what it was doing.
So there's an error setting it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
So what are other options?
Oh, so now excuse me, sir. Sorry.
I mean, the other option is to set up the phone. Uh-oh. The only other option is to, they won't see the person that's talking.
Yeah. I mean, we can go by webcam.
And I thought I had one to grab, and I should have.
I have one. Okay. I should have brought it. I don't have one.
Yeah.
It's in Orlando for it. All my stuff is.
All right. Well.
All right. Shoot, man. All right. Insulation.
Well, so let me share. Okay, this. We need to. On the desktop. Attempt to get that up. It's on. I see it.
No, that's coming soon.
Give me something, what you want?
Speaker. It should be coming from the speaker.
Where you put it?
Oh, that's your laptop?
That's a tablet.
Oh,
This is speaker, yeah?
sorry. It should be live now. Something should be live.
Do you want to do it later since you're doing the laptop?
Ma'am?
Do you want to do it later since you?
No, you can do it now. I can do it now.
Okay. One, two, zero, zero, zero. Same shit. What do you start?
Oh, all right.
You want to take Bluetooth? That's cheaper, the big one right there.
96.8.
I'm gonna just
Awesome.
ask.
Thank you.
I mean, if it says it. No, yeah, you can give me a wireless speaker, you can be a Bluetooth speaker. Otherwise, you have to plug that one up with the XLR cable. That's okay, I have another speaker.
So we didn't need this one?
Well, I mean, I can sit in there. I just won't know what's going on.
Huh?
I can scoot back there. I just won't know what's going on to be able to transition.
Oh, I know, I'm just trying to make sure.
Yeah,
everyone's got their-
I'll scoot back some though. That way I'm out of the way. I know, John.
All right.
I don't know.
I mean, we can try one more again. What I would do is when you go to the Windows file, the zip file,
Oh, shoot. I can't do that now.
hit Windows D.
Windows 8.
Windows D. They're like, what are they doing over there?
Right. At least it says that.
All right, so then you want to go to that zip file.
Yes, I closed it.
We can manually extract it, maybe.
Well, I thought I did extract it.
Did you extract all of it?
Yes. Let me see if it's doing anything on my C drive too. See if it's actually putting anything on there. Where you at? See, that Canon file isn't.
Yeah, that's not there.
It's not
Okay.
there at all. Oh,
Oh, snap. You moved something.
yeah. Okay.
So do. Just 1 second.
That's what I did.
Now you tell me where you want. Let's go.
I
Let's
did. I
make
put it
a,
on the desktop. Do
let's
it in
make a-
volunteers.
we're in volunteers. You go
Yeah.
to volunteers. Open it up for me. And I'm gonna create a file just for it. Next time. Okay, cool. Fair enough. All right, I know you're doing a lot. I know we're asking some of you. Okay. Let's do this. Let's see if we can just remove it.
Nope. Because you click unzip.
Oh.
So just do unzip. Right?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we just got hit. All right, then go to that one folder.
Okay.
You got it. You know where it's at.
It opened it.
Okay. All right, and then here's setup. Here's utility. We'll try to set up a little real quick.
It's going away. Oh, okay. Next. I accept. Next.
One of the things I would like for you to do
I really don't.
is to,
It might be. Maybe I should just do it there.
and get some
Try
vintage
it.
while it's still.
It's gonna work right now.
If you could do that, that'll change some of the frowns and the smiles.
That's what I did last time, isn't it?
And,
It got this far. It's ending abruptly.
What's going on, bro?
there is.
All right, try running the utility.
I'm gonna do it to the program files and see what it does.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Damn you, Cannon. All right. So, do you know what type of file system? Are you on 64? Are you on 32-bit?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Y'all gonna take a picture of this on?
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe right there. Maybe like right there behind you. Oh, I'm trying to put it together.
Yeah, she's gonna have to mark it.
I mean, the only other option is to just have my phone set up and let my phone.
I guess if that's I'm thinking.
Because we want to be able to see
Yeah,
people.
I know. We need to be able to see the people.
Although I don't know what my phone is. But it is.
Hey, I'm not, where are you? So everyone.
That's the only other thing I'm thinking.
Excuse me, can everyone take their
I just don't know
temperature check?
sound. If I'm sharing, well, I just want.
Yeah, you want to get yourself to, I'm gonna just ask her if she want to get a webcam. I'll go get a webcam.
No, we don't have time for that. We're already 30 minutes behind, 40 minutes behind. The challenge is they're just not going to be able to see the people.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other thing I could do, I just have to turn it around. But it's hard for me. I won't be able to switch back and forth and do that. That's it.
To what? To switch it on? Yeah.
I'm sharing my screen, and then I want to not share my screen and share my video.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess no, I can always share my video. I can always share video.
Yeah.
The video can always be on.
Yeah, but it's gonna pick you up trying to like get in there and move stuff.
No,
around.
I'm using I
Okay.
can use my mouse.
Oh, okay. I got you. And then you get in.
No, that's. Uh-oh.
Got it. All right, buddy. We can work with us today.
But you're so appreciated.
Glad you made the trip.
Does anyone have my laptop?
Evelyn had Miss K's laptop.
Does anyone use it right now?
No, I don't.
Do you need to write it down? Do we have a trash?
Jamie, do you see it?
Shoot, we're not gonna be able to get 2 views from one place, huh? Unless you can work off her
I
laptop.
just
if it
had her
works.
laptop. Her laptop will be the presenter. Oh, wait, but I want, no, because I'm just doing PowerPoint. I'm just doing
So,
PowerPoint. Her laptop, be the presenter. Yes.
okay. So yours is a webcam, if it
Yep,
works?
yes.
I also have mine if needed.
I just need somebody to be able to get on.
Does she have any more? I don't know. Do you have one? Let me just go grab it, right, just in case. I still don't know the password. Yeah. Okay, ready?
Oh, no, stop. We never did.
Okay. So,
Okay.
Maya, are you checking Facebook feed?
Yes.
And okay. Let me turn this down. This is.
I also have another speaker, by the way. I brought my Bluetooth speaker just in case. But you want the mic?
Where's God?
Yeah, I think I'm
Well, I mean, in order to go for the mic.
Yes, and I don't. I have like.
Can everybody hear me okay back there? Okay, no, you don't need a microphone. You're good.
I have.
You don't have the.
I don't have the.
There's always so.
I know.
One little
So
piece.
slow. She doesn't have Zoom?
No, we're good. I just gotta get her to log into it. So give me 45 minutes and I'm gonna get her logged in.
Okay, I'll go.
No, you have to stay here while
I'm gonna set this music up and then
Would,
we'll set this up.
would you take that, case and put it on the floor, please? All right. So, welcome. Let me put my, hi, I see you, Casey. Casey, I'm growing, I'm getting better. Thank you all. I know you have to leave. And as much as I want this to be a social type of atmosphere, thank you all for being here. I want to welcome you to STEMS4Girls Giving Tuesday fundraising event. It is the beginning of our fundraising activities for the month of December. This has been a challenging year for a lot of us, and I do understand that. So I'm even more grateful that you are here. Twice a year, I ask our supporters, families, and friends to support the work that STEMS4Girls is doing. Our mission, our purpose, and our goals is to increase the not only the representation and diversity of women of color in the STEMS field, but it is so crucial, and we have discovered such a need to make affordable access, make access to affordable STEM enrichment programs. in communities where they may not have the opportunity to participate in a science camp or a tech camp or even tutoring in science and math. So our mission, and through your support and your donation, it allows us to provide a very valuable service to that community. So again, we thank you, all of those who came out, and for those who may be watching. We thank you. This evening, throughout the evening, we will be asking for, I can keep this mask on, for donations. We will also take the time to honor everyone who has helped STEMS4Girls come alive. We are a new organization, for 3 years old, and it has been the work and support of so many people, administrators. I see Casey over there. I see Anne Renee over here. I see Miss Coleman. And then all of the volunteers who have stepped up to bring STEMS4Girls to life. So I'm very grateful for that. And we would like to take time to show you our appreciation. I just think it's really important to honor and acknowledge those who have been inspirational in our success. Let's see, what else are we going to do? Madison. I may get a little personal at times, but it's always amazing at how, when I'm at my lowest point with STEMS4Girls, that someone walks into my life and they say, or they ask, how can I help you? What can I do? And there's really 2 young ladies that have been with STEMS4Girls less than a month. I don't even want to ask them how many hours they've put in that amount of time, but they have encouraged me and propelled me to get this together. And Madison is one of them. So Madison, would you like to say anything or?
Yeah, I'll introduce myself. Hi, I'm Madison, as Ms. Kay just said. I got to work with her planning this event. Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoy the event and all the presentations that we have for you. Thanks.
Okay, are you leaving now or will you stay for the pledge? Okay, and I'm gonna ask Mr. Dennis on the spot if he would just say a little prayer over our gathering, and then you all may get up and please partake in the lasagna and salad and drinks that we have for you. Yeah, you want to hold it? Okay, here. So we can stand up, do the pledge, then go into a prayer, and let's see, what's the next after that? I'm going to introduce our MC. Okay, so I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, thank you. And I want to clap it up. Too bad we don't have the national black anthem going, but go ahead.
Everyone, please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight asking you to bless the hands that prepare this food, Lord. Lord, we ask you to allow all of us to remember the reason why we're gathered tonight, Lord. To ask all of us to remember the kids that STEMS4Girls blesses each and every weekend in the Sunrise community and wherever else in the Big Bend area, Lord. Lord, we just ask that you will allow this event to raise money to support the endeavors of STEM4Girls. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Great prayer. Okay. Do you want to start with?
All right, well, good evening, everyone. Today is Giving Tuesday, and in honor of Giving Tuesday, we are having our big fundraiser. My name is Jamie Coleman. I am an attorney here in town, where my practice is tax, primarily probate, business, real estate, estate planning, wills, and trusts. So tax is, I do consider part of STEM, deals a lot with mathematics when I have to deal with it. And also law in some respects. But not any, don't want to focus on me, definitely want to focus on STEM4Girls. And I wanted to just share with you just a little bit about how I came to be a part of this organization. I have two girls. When you raise their hands in the back, there's Ariel and there's Camilla. They both love science and math. My daughter Ariel actually is how I got involved with STEMS4Girls. She started volunteering her time, and I think was on the inaugural year when we had our initial fundraiser, very first fundraiser. So that's how I got involved. And this would be our third year, if I'm not mistaken. And so Camilla and Ariel have been on this ride with me, and we're so happy to support. And on behalf of my law firm, Williams & Coleman, we're happy to also support STEM4Girls.
Thank you.
So we have, throughout tonight's event, and I'm gonna try to get us back on schedule, we have a video coming up, but for everyone that is out there virtually and inside, if you have not already, please go to Facebook and like STEM4Girls Inc. on Facebook, okay? And then share this video. We're broadcasting live, so share with your friends so they can also be aware of the great things that STEMS4Girls Inc. is doing in the Promise community and Tallahassee. All right, so right now we're going to share our story with video.
Kate Crawford is the founder and organizer of STEMS4Girls Incorporated. She is an early childhood educator and teacher. She holds a bachelor's degree in business and a master's degree in early childhood education. Her story starts when Crawford became increasingly aware of the disparity between men and women in STEM career fields. She looked around at all of the intelligent and diverse people surrounding her and wondered, who says girls can't do science? A study published by the National Girls Collaborative Project shows that K-12 girls do just as well as boys on math and science tests. Despite this, boys are 3 times more likely to take engineering courses and nearly twice as likely to study computer science. This continues on. In higher education, women earn far fewer scientific doctorate degrees than men. Realizing the potential for girls to succeed in the STEM fields, Ms. K asked herself the most important question of her life. What can I do to help? How can I help girls have better access to education and technology? Ms. K then took the next step to reach out to former mentors and friends. She told them about her journey to create STEMS4Girls, and together they formed the official STEMS4Girls board. From that moment forward, nothing would ever be the same. Ms. K was then introduced to a young woman named Kate, whose caring personality pushed her to officially register STEMS4Girls on volunteer basis. Once registered, inspired volunteers immediately reached out to Ms. K with hopes of helping to create the dream. They formed our very first ever volunteer group. STEMS4Girls was now moving momentum. We had the idea of help bridge the educational gap in young men and girls. We had a vision to create our own center where we provide enrichment, and we now had a small family of volunteers at this time. STEMS4Girls formed a relationship with organizations, Girls was an attempt to gain ownership signatures, brilliant children who needed more educational attention. Even though our photography skills needed improvement, we managed to fill the list with 100 eager to learn kids. STEMS4Girls represented not only a better future for the children, it also represented the Tallahassee community's unwavering spirit to help others. As our credibility grew, more and more organizations were reaching out to us asking us to participate. The next big adventure for STEMS4Girls was the Tallahassee Science Festival. One day, we met with the community engagement director of the Challenger Learning Center. They invited us to participate in their science fair. Trust and support from the Sunrise Place apartment complex, we began teaching at the community center thanks to a new relationship with the Boys and Girls Club of the Big Bend. We have created many programs in these 2 years, including our STEM literacy program, STEM Plus program, and our in development STEM tech program. And while it is our role to teach these kids, they have also taught us. We have learned that they are creative, resourceful, dedicated, and passionate young individuals. STEMS4Girls is a nonprofit 501c3 grassroots community organization located in Young County, Tallahassee. Our mission is to bring STEM enrichment programs, help with homework, and tutoring services to communities that otherwise do not have access to insurance services. Over 90% of our budget goes to providing these services in underserved and rural communities. And with the help of over 50 volunteers, we have been able to help students improve their grades and interests in science and math. As our organization grows with committed volunteers and partnerships, STEMS4Girls would like to take this time to thank each and every one of you for your consistent generosity and involvement. None of this would be possible without you. You make your world a difference.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's give that a round of applause. So that helped us with our ask. So like I said, if you haven't already, please go to Facebook, like the page, share the event that's running live, but also donate to STEMS4Girls Inc. on Facebook and share that with your friends as well. As a tax attorney, I also want to encourage you and inform you that because of COVID-19, you can give up to and get credit for up to $300 as a charitable donation. So for many people who may not be aware, the only time you could take a charitable donation as of 2018 was if you itemized or list out your donations. The law changed. And since that time now, since COVID-19 has begun, the IRS has said you don't even have to be itemizing your donations in order to get credit. You can get up to $300 of credit against your in contribution for your charitable contributions. And so that would be adjusted against your adjusted gross income. I'm not going to sound too tax weird like, but I'm trying not to anyways. But anyways, there's benefit to it. So take advantage of it before the year ends. All right, so we're just gonna move along. I want to tell you a little bit about the STEM literacy program. The video touched on it just a little bit, and I'm just gonna read from the brochure that can also be found on your table. But for those in virtual world, it's up there, and I'll try not to read it verbatim, but the STEM Literacy Initiative seeks to find creative ways to expose children and youth to science, technology, engineering, and math. The program's goal is to improve diversity, equity, inclusion, and provide access to science and technology enrichment activities through our STEM Plus, STEM Sci, and STEM Tech programs. In addition to the opportunities that they offer, they have the Saturday and Summer Enrichment programs. They have a community engagement program, a mentoring program, and they also have collaborative partnerships and programs. STEM Plus tutorial services require volunteers. Volunteers are essential to get that program going. So if you know someone that is, be it in high school or college, that is interested in giving them their time, their skills, and their resources to help young ladies, people of color, in the STEM field, then we encourage you to encourage them to be a part of it. And so I would like to bring up Amber to talk a little bit more about the STEM side program. Is Amber here?
Yeah,
Okay, she's busy, but she's coming.
She really does do it all. Hi, everybody. I'm Amber. I'm the new volunteer coordinator. I've only been with STEMS4Girls for about a month, so I'm still relatively new to this. But our STEM side program, purpose of it is to provide greater STEM exposure to children in like lower income areas. It's after school and in the summer, and this stimulates their interest in STEM related fields for their future in careers or studies. Each of the lesson plans for this program goes with the 5 E's, which are engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate. And here are just some pictures from the events.
These are, these are certainly some of the things that we do within the STEM literacy program. We have had a great opportunity to increase the knowledge and deepen students' knowledge and understanding about science topics that they may be having in the classroom. One of the most interesting evidence of that is on the study of matter, which is given to 4th graders. So we had a student who was having a challenge in that area. And right at the time that we were able to provide her with additional tutorial help, the school shut down because of COVID-19. Over the summer, our STEM science group decided to choose that topic to present to the children. So they created 5 lessons on the topic of matter. And I'm sure that all of the participants learned and were involved. One of the things that happened is shortly after we did our first lesson, the student came to us and said, "Hey, Ms. K, guess what? We're doing matter in class." And so of course my comment was, how comfortable does she feel with the subject matter now? And it made a world of difference in her ability to become engaged in the classroom about the topic that they were covering. So we do know that our work in giving the students the vocabulary that they need to help them understand a topic matter translates to improved classroom discussions and grades, and hopefully interest in science throughout their education.
For those of you guys in the room who have done the program, can you guys recall any of the 5 steps to the scientific methods?
Jelena, Anaya,
Yes, ma'am.
did you hear the question?
No, ma'am. Can you guys recall any of the 5 steps to the scientific method?
Maybe the order,
Just whatever order.
observation, hypothesis, question, experiment,
You want to, what's the last one?
conclusion.
Good, excellent, thank you.
Okay, so first, our hypothesis. Design an experiment presentation to test why plant growth pattern is different than control plants, for example. And then they gave a presentation on their findings based on their scientific method. Here's some cute pictures of them doing it and their different activities that the STEM side program provides them with opportunities to do.
More observations. So at this time, I would like to introduce you to the family of the year. This family was chosen because over the past 3 years, they have been consistently involved in our sessions. We have with us today Robin Williams and his daughter Anaya. Do you want to meet your dad over there, or you guys want to come to the front? You, okay. So, Anaya? Do we have that picture of them? So this is the family of the year, and each year for every activity that we've had, they have participated. And so we're so proud of the families that take time to engage, to enroll their children in our programs, and then to support them in the activities that we do. So you will see a lot of pictures with Anaya in there. So Robin, we want to thank you for being a parent that is concerned about your daughter's education. And we do know that these, her involvement in after-school program will make her a more confident and better student. Anaya, would you like, well, Robin first, would you like to say anything about how STEMS4Girls has benefited your family or had an impact on your family?
No, I'm really excited. I appreciate y'all. We're always trying for. Thank y'all.
Yeah, you're welcome.
A long way. Say that again. She have brought her grades up from a long way from y'all having her.
Anaya, what are your thoughts about the work STEMS4Girls has done for you? Are you feeling like the work that we're doing is giving you more confidence? What are your? And are your grades improving as a result? Okay, well, okay, and so her grades are improving as a result. We're so proud that Anaya finished the last school year for that semester with straight A's. And and support that we give them. So, Mr. Robin, thank you for your support, and we want to give you a little junior volunteer T-shirt. Here you go. Okay,
All right.
you are a junior volunteer.
Congratulations, Anaya. We are so proud of you. You know, straight A's, and congratulations, Mr. Robin. It really does take a village, and first and foremost, it starts at the home. So we appreciate you supporting your daughter, your family, and in giving her affirmance that she can do this, and obviously she's proof of that. So we appreciate that. So congratulations again. So we've got some supporters here. I'd be remiss if I did not recognize Ms. Dennis with the Boys and Girls Club. Thank you so much for your support. And as we go on, we will also have, we'll acknowledge other people, but here's just a list of some programs and organizations that have supported STEMS4Girls, Small Business Development Center, Volunteer Leon County Public Library, Williams and Coleman, the law firm, And we have had donations from Natasha Akoff right here. We want to thank her for her donations tonight. And so next on our programming, just to keep us on track and move along. Awards. You have more awards? Ms. Kay?
Support recognition.
Yes. And I think we got you and Madison up for that again. I'm sorry, Madison, you're not even catching a break, but. Oh, that's right, Amber. This is my wrong copy.
Wow, I thought we were going to cover the board of directors before we went into the supporters. And if we could do that, for those of you who are making a donation to our effort, you may wonder, what does STEM4Girls do? And over the past 3 years, we have brought Saturday enrichment programs into communities that would not otherwise have these types of services. The board of directors in 2020 came up with 3 or 4 initiatives that they wanted to address. And I'd have to say, let's see if I could recall them all. One was to develop our volunteer team, to find out. The goal is to keep a team of volunteers going that will provide the tutorial and enrichment activities for the students. I'm so nervous, I can't think of them. Secondly, we wanted to improve our engagement and increase our engagement with donors. And we have made an effort throughout the year to be more engaged and involved with them by sending out more emails, more newsletters, and just staying in contact with them. Twice a year, we do reach out and ask you to donate to our cause. Unfortunately, the money doesn't fall out of the sky to keep the program running. So it's really imperative that if you believe that all children should have access to these programs, if you're not doing it, and you're not tutoring someone or working with another organization to provide the support that the kids need, we would certainly appreciate you donating to STEMS4Girls and helping us do what we can do. The third initiative was to improve or develop and strengthen our board of directors and our advisory board. We have been successful at improving our advisory board. And these are two members. One is on the treasurer, and the other is the vice president. Do we have any other information?
Yeah, so they spoke, so in their videos. I don't know why that's, the TV is just low and they took the remote.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see one. I'll jump on your stuff.
Okay, so I know you guys can't hear it, but this will be available online and we'll be able to share the messages from the board of directors.
It's the volume just not up on the TV.
Would you like to say something?
Sure, I can, since I'm here.
What you think?
I apologize. So you can't see me. I haven't been with STEMS4Girls, long, but during my time, I have been able to experience the impact that they've had on our underrepresented communities. As an IT professional, I am always eager to find young girls that are enthused about technology. There's not a lot of girls that are. So I commend Ms. K and the team for being in the community and having a positive impact on our youth and our young girls. And I look forward to all of the science, technology, engineering, and math efforts to come. Evelyn, would you like to? Evelyn is also one of our advisors that we have in the room.
So I am, like you said, also an advisor. My name is Evelyn Thomas, and I also pretty recently started. But again, just to kind of reiterate what Natasha said, as soon as I started, I saw the impact that they have on the community. You know, the first event, the first anything that I looked into, you could really tell what Ms. K has worked so hard to do, and to see it come to life is really rewarding and exciting, and I can't wait to see where else it goes. But and I also want to thank all of the volunteers for being here, for being at home, and just for supporting us, for being with us through it all. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Well, I want to thank the members who came forward and spoke about STEMS4Girls. We did have a playlist that I'm just waiting for someone to play some music so that I can take a little break here, but that hasn't happened yet. So we're going to keep the program moving. Again, for those of you who would like to support STEMS4Girls and what we're doing, we really appreciate a donation to that will allow us to continue to buy supplies, background checks for our volunteers, so many things that we do with a small amount of money.
And if it wasn't important to us to continue to provide safe places where we can expose these young, young girls and youth to what is science, what is engineering, why is math important in all of that? I would not be standing here today asking you to help us fulfill our mission. To watch the girls, especially Anaya, I'm so glad that she's here because we know that she has certainly come, she's been steadily growing the way that you would like to see a child grow and mature. I'm going to introduce Jelena, another one of the students that we've been working with for 3 years. Jelena, mother, you want to come forward, please? Jelena's mother called us last year. And I'm not saying this to embarrass her, but to encourage her that she can and she has the ability to utilize the skills that she has to do very well. When Jelena's mother called us 1 year ago, Jelena was less than a 2.0 student. And we began working with her. It's okay. Jelena finished the school year with all A's and B's and not that good in her worst subject. So I want to just reiterate the importance of having mentors and tutors step into your life and help you out. Someone was there for me, and I'm glad I'm here for her. So Jelena, would you like to share with us how STEMS4Girls has been important to you and helped you? I'll stand here with you.
STEMS4Girls have been important to me because they help, y'all actually, like, a whole people help me do better in school because I don't really like it, and then they made me actually want to do school, they made me actually want to do math, even though I don't like it. It's, you know, like Jamila, she makes me want to do math, girl, where's Laura? And STEMS4Girls also helped me because they teach me things, they go over things I already learned that they still go over sometimes in biology class and math class. And Miss Anna has been a big help with just mentoring me.
Oh, that was awesome. That was really nice.
Thank you for your hard work and consistency. Her tutor is here. Would you like to say anything about what it's like working with Jelena? I should have had her present this to you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jamila Young. I serve as a STEM Plus tutor here for STEMS4Girls. When I first met Jelena, she was very to herself, into her shell, but we worked on that and we broke her out of her shell. Ms. K told me that she needed help in math. However, I always stayed positive with her and let her know that she could do it. We realized that she was actually good at math and she was just scared to do it. So to see her grow from that, that really made me proud. And I just want you to know that you can achieve anything you want to. So.
Yeah. Maya and Jelena, thank you guys both. It just goes to show that representation matters. And it is helpful for our youth, especially our young women, to see people that look like them. It helps to reaffirm that they can do it and then to encourage them. So thank you so much for standing in the gap, Jemiah with Jelena.
Good job.
Okay, did I say your name right?
Yes.
Okay. I also wanted to say thank you to Mr. John, who's taken all of these great photos and capturing this. We cannot forget about him. We're gonna move on to our supporter recognition. And so that is Madison and Miss Kay.
Do you have videos?
Just the one from Ms. Pat.
You have the one from Laura?
Laura's video, that we tried to play them, they're not loud enough to play, but I played
Okay.
Laura's.
Okay, okay. Okay. Well, you can stand next to me, that'll be a big help. So, there are several professionals who have supported us for the past 3 years. They have been very instrumental in providing STEMS4Girls not only with their knowledge and their wisdom, but also with their financial support as well. And I'm so grateful for them, because if it were not for them, STEMS4Girls would probably not be where it is today. And one of those persons is Mr. Casey Dennis. Mr. Casey Dennis, the Boys and Girls Club has, well, first of all, he was one of our very first community engagement partners. It took a little while for us to work through our memorandum of understanding, but once we got that done, we have been working closely together to provide the STEM enrichment activities that students need to better prepare for exams and to just feel more comfortable in the classroom when we're discussing science types of things. So over the years, the one thing I can remember Mr. Dennis saying, no matter how difficult things were for me, he said, but stay focused on the kids. It's all about the kids. And I really, really appreciate that kind of support, because it just kind of, gave me like another firm footing to go forward. And I appreciate that. So we have a certificate of award for being our community service partner. Okay, do you want to say anything? Please, Lou.
Yes. I just like to say that how proud I am to be a part of STEM4Girls. Boys and Girls Club kids at the Sunrise community have benefited greatly from having this program in the community. Just like Ms. Kay said, when she came to us, we just had to work out our memorandum of understanding. And since that point, it's been a very positive partnership moving forward. So I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We look forward to a continual relationship in 2021. And thank you so much for providing the space that we could use to have our programs. We had Ruby Barr. I thought I had selected pictures of each of these very, very important people who have worked with us, but there's no picture of her. And did she call in?
Nope, doesn't look like it.
Sister Ruby Barr is also an attorney who I met when I was looking to purchase a building that was right across the street from her office. And she is so gracious with her time and shared with me a little bit about her background in education. So she's been very supportive over the past 3 years. She has been at most of our events, and she has the award for, I want to say, yeah, we can open this one, but for being one of our partners. Their name's okay, well, the certificate was presented to her for her interest, support, motivation, and guidance in helping to pioneer STEMS4Girls into the future. And then, last but not least, maybe since we have LaShawn Gordon, she said she would call in. She is one of our partners through the, I always say UPS, that helps me with the acronym, United Partners of Human Services. And not always, it's very seldom that you run into someone or meet someone that treats you like you're their grandmother, you know, willing to support you, guide you, make you laugh, make you feel at ease. She was that person, and I'm really grateful for her unselfish sharing of her resources and guidance. And I'm looking forward to a future with them.
She is on. I see a LaShawn on.
She is.
Hey, Miss Kay.
Hi there, I was just talking about you.
How are you?
I'm here by the grace of God, but how are you?
I am good. I am good.
Well, we just awarded you a certificate for your generosity and your support and that great sense of humor.
Got to keep you in line.
Well, we keep each other in line, and I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you all very much. It is a blessing to serve the community, and I know we will be connecting before the holiday break. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And we look forward to working with you next year.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All righty. Have a good evening.
You too.
And then Roseanne Bigham. Oh my God. She is not here today, and she is going to have a fit because I did not give her speech to Jamie to read. Let me see. Uh-oh. Oh, my cell phone. Uh-oh. Jamie, oh, she's gonna kill me. But she wanted to give a message to our volunteers about the importance of what you are doing. This is so not good. So while, yeah, we're looking for Roseanne. I guess there's a story behind each and every one of you who are here and how we met. And as I mentioned earlier, we had 2 volunteers that just showed up, and each one of them just, what can I do to help you? And they have been a tremendous support. Roseanne Bigham was that kind of person as well. And we met at a funeral. And from the conversation of what do you do to how can I help you? Since 2017,
she has been true to her cause. She has been supportive and helping, and is such a great history teller that we want to present her with an award for being with us from 2017 to 2020 in recognition of your support, if you're listening, your motivation, your inspiration in helping to pioneer STEMS for Girls into the future. And with that, I hope we found your comments. Okay. It should have been the very last one. My phone video has been out of whack. And she says, oh, she asked Jamie to read it. Okay, see there at the capital letters. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, she says, I'll try to be Rosanna Bingham. She says, good evening, STEM for Girls volunteers. Speaking to all of you young professionals. Good evening, STEM for Girls volunteers. Your work is an essential American core value. From Plymouth Rock in 1620 to the Salvation Army in 1865, to the Red Cross in 1881, right down to you in 2020. Keep giving and gaining. Thank you for your superb service, Rosanna Bingham. That's perfect. Thank you so much.
And I don't know, Ms. Kay, are you still doing the recognition?
That's one more.
Okay, because I'm excited. We are almost at our goal. You can see the thermometer, and hopefully everyone in virtual land and Zoom land, Facebook land and Zoom land can see that we're almost at our goal. So continue to share, like, donate, and encourage others to do the same.
And we have two more recognition awards for supporters. Next year, we'll do something a little different. We'll have the pictures up here and what we're getting the awards for. So right now, I'm winging it with 10 million things going on, but Miss Kay Walker Pelt. Oh my gosh. 2017 is when STEMS for Girls began writing its organizing papers. All I know is I'm really good at following instructions. All I know is I have to file this paper, that paper, and another paper. And I'm on a mission to get that done. On my way to get it done and get some advice from a consultant, I come across a building on Railroad Square called Volunteer Leon. My curiosity goes, what is Volunteer Leon? I walk in and I meet Ms. Walker Pelt. And she said to me, do you have 20 minutes? I was like, sure, someone's gonna take 20 minutes out of their time to talk to me. I'm gonna make the time and find out what's going on. In 20 minutes, she introduced me to the city of, let me see, I'm now thinking the city of Tallahassee Volunteer Leon program. Is it city or county? County. Okay, Leon County Volunteer Program. Not only did she introduce me to it, I guess there's some advantage to looking old, okay? I say look old because I'm not feeling old, but I must have that age look, grandma look, right? And she said, I'll help you. We set up the account, and before I got home, our first need was for a student mentor. By the time I got home that evening, we had already received 5 requests.
Awesome.
Now, I haven't even done the organizing papers. So when we talk about volunteers, that's where it all started. That's where it started, and it was actually volunteers who helped me write up our organizing papers. So we've come a long ways, and we have a long ways to go. So I wanted to thank Ms. Kay. And last but not least, Jamie Coleman. I am so honored to have such a not only diverse group of intelligent Black women supporting what we do with STEMS4Girls, but those that are willing to give of their time and their resources. Being a mother, an educator, and an attorney, you would think that she had no time for anything else. But I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule for bringing the girls out. I know that this is a little different than what we've done, but it's a learning experience for us all. So we want to thank you for your generosity and your time and effort and support. God bless you. We know you all will be blessed, but I want to thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Kay.
And do we have time for two speakers, or should we take a break? Would this be a good time for me?
Yeah, I think we could do 2 speakers.
I'll be real short.
Okay. And before we do, and while they're coming up, I just want to give a shout out to our goal is almost there. We have raised $1,488, so that's $1,488. And while we're getting on our speakers, I just want to give a shout out to who these people are. So I may be saying her name wrong, but Terrace Guzman has raised $200 and has met her goal. Her goal was $200. She's raised $200, which is her goal. So congratulations, great job. If you're on Facebook, go to her page and like her post. Natasha, one of our board of directors and our communications advisor here, has a goal of $500, and she has raised $330. So Madison has raised $80. Amber Carly has raised $267. Okay. I think Sidira Lachey has raised $200. Awesome. Diana Krager has raised $126. Awesome. Angela Marie has raised $120. And Miss K has raised $140. And this is only on Facebook, you guys. This is only on Facebook. So this is not on the website. This is not through any other means. So good job, congratulations. So far, we're almost at our 2,000 goals. So please continue to like, share, and donate, and encourage your friends to do the same. I see Mr. Royal King, who is a staple in the community. Mr. King, are you one of our speakers right now? Come on up, Mr. King, come on up. Come on up. So Mr. King has a little bit of, I have a little story about him. Okay, he's kind of like my youngest, who's not here, thank God today. He's 2 years old. He's like his godfather. You are his godfather. God forgive me. Okay, he's actually my son's. This is actual real life. He's my son's godfather. But he came into my life because of my 21-year-old son. So yes, I have a 2-year-old and a 21-year-old. A little crazy, but he came into my son's life at the time. I think my son was what, 14 or 15 years old at that time, and he wanted to join Omega Lamplighters, and he helped to mold my son into this now very confident, cocky young man who is going to be going to med school. Super proud of this young man, but it was because of Mr. King's affirmance, you know, the discipline and leadership that you give to these young men with Mega Lamplighters. I'm so proud that you're a part of this program as well. And I'll just hand it over to you to make a couple of comments if you want. Okay.
Sure. Jamie put it on heavy now. I'm looking for Mr. King, but my name is Roy King. Can you hear me okay? This math thing is weird. But I'm the volunteer services manager for Leon County, and I also started and run a nonprofit, Omega Lamplighters, the youngest mentoring program. And I just have a passion for people and trying to get in where I fit in. And STEMS4Girls is a great program. Was introduced to Miss Kay and what she was doing for girls, but not only just girls, but for boys too. And the tutoring program that she's gotten going, I've gotten I think two of our junior lamplighters are participating in that. And the STEM area is huge. And it's beautiful to see that there's a program for young ladies to participate in, to learn all of the different careers and the science and the fun that's associated with it. So anytime I can support a program like this, I'm here to do it. And it's just good to see. All of my experience is mostly with young men, but it's an amazing feeling to see there's a program for young ladies too, that not only enhances them as people, but enhances the opportunities that they can have. And that's why we do what we do. It's all about giving these young people an opportunity. Exposure is key. So I encourage anybody to support organizations like STEMS4Girls and continue to encourage and empower our young women, because they need it just as bad as our young men too. So happy to be here, confident, and know you all will hit that $2,000 goal. So you might as well start the celebration. Yeah, how I can give any help or resource, I'm always here to do it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We're gonna hold you to that. He's being super modest, but Mr. King has taken the Omega Lamplighters and made it what was a local nonprofit organization that came and was birthed out of his vision and his heart, and has made this a national program where other members of his fraternity are doing and mimicking this locally, what standards and values that he has instituted here in Tallahassee. So he is being super modest. He has now a national nonprofit that is thriving and producing more very confident young men like my son throughout the nation. So thank you. So we're gonna hold you tight because we want you to help us take STEM4Girls nationally as well. So yay. Okay, we've got one more speaker. And yes,
This is Miss Wineglass. Sister Wine, is it Dr. Wineglass here? I know she's working hard at it.
No, it was another one.
Okay.
in divinity.
Masters in Divinity. Again, every person that I want to give honor to tonight, they have been so inspirational and encouraging me to go forward with STEMS4Girls. And to hear that Mr. Roy King started from a small nonprofit organization like STEMS4Girls, and over how long did it take you to go national?
About 9-15 years.
Oh, okay, so we're little infants in our beginnings. These are such humble beginnings, but I'm thankful that we're able to surround ourselves with so many supportive, intelligent, and encouraging people. And Miss Wineglass has also been one of those people who I met, and instantly it was like we had known each other for a long time. And she's also a very resourceful person and an encourager. And I'm glad that she has stepped out to be a part of us tonight. And I would love you guys to clap it up for her and all the speakers, in fact, for their words of encouragement. And we're going to let her say a few words about her support for what we're doing and why it's important that we continue to make a dent and some inroads into these communities where the parents can't afford $60 for a tutor.
They can't. And when STEMS4Girls comes up to their doorstep and say, hey, do you have any children that need any tutorial help? The parents say, yeah, my son is struggling in geometry. We meet those kids and they have a passion for science. You know, we talk about unsung heroes. There they are. And I don't know, I feel blessed that we're able to find them and provide them with some support. I'm gonna let her say a little bit and then we'll continue with our program.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you. I think I've been here since the beginning as well. I'm a native of Tallahassee, a two-time graduate of Florida A&M University. My degrees are in business and I just got a second master in divinity. So maybe I'll be able to provide more assistance to the group. I just think that STEM is so important, and I didn't have any idea that I would be working at FAMU College of Engineering program, FAMU FSU College of Engineering program. And hopefully that this may be a feeder program for the program that they also have for women at the college level. So I just wanted to share information from an article that I have. It says that in an ever-changing and increasing complex world, it is more important than ever, I'm gonna say, that our national girls are prepared to bring knowledge, skills to solve problems, make sense of information, and know how to gather and evaluate evidence to make decisions. This kind of skill that students develop in science, technology, engineering, and math discipline collectively is known as STEM. If we want our nation, where our future leaders, neighbors, and workers have the ability to understand and solve some of the complex challenges of today and tomorrow, and to meet the demands of the dynamic and evolving workforce, building student skills, content knowledge, and fluency in the STEM field is essential. We also must make sure that no matter where a child lives, and I would say ethnicity, race, or whatever, that student should still have the quality learning environment. A child's zip code should not determine their STEM fluency. And I like to go a step further and share. I call her my stepdaughter. She's an engineering major. And she started school years ago and kind of got discouraged because all of her classes were all males and they made her feel uncomfortable. But since then, she's gone back and she probably should be graduating the spring of this year that's coming. And she's also over the building project on FAMU's campus, the new student affairs building. She has that project. She's been handling projects and now she's going to graduate. So I'm sure that her income is going to increase as well.
Amen.
So these areas are good areas to go in. There will always be jobs in this area. So there are many people that graduate and can't find jobs, but I don't think this will ever be a problem with a degree in STEM. Thank you all for this opportunity.
Thank you. I love impromptu speakers.
And I don't do cash out. I'm gonna just lay this donation down.
Yes. So just a reminder that COVID-19 has again changed the charitable contributions laws. You can contribute and still get credit up to $300, so do give. And there are charitable contribution statements that will be given out for those that you donate. So don't be shy. Let's continue to try to meet and match our goal here and give to STEM4Girls. So be sure, if you haven't already, like on Facebook, share with your friends, create a fundraiser on Facebook, and also share that with some friends. So I think we're to the point of having our STEM Plus presentation. And that is going to be done by Miss Evelyn. Would you like to come on up now? You thought we forgot about you? No?
Okay, so our STEM Plus program is one of our newer programs that we actually just started with this semester, getting it off the ground and involved with the kids. But I do just want to talk about more about the importance of what we're doing in the community and for the girls and boys. So, I mean, as you can see, STEM Plus is the second mark. So we do work under the STEM Literacy Initiative. Just so with the main goal of teaching, giving them that confidence in the classroom to take with them. We did start off with a main purpose of creating a pathway that will inspire young children and youth to have positive attitudes, interest, engagement, and identity in the STEM literacy throughout their education. So we're really trying to give them things that they can take with them through college and into their careers. Our goal, of course, was to really focus on those underserved communities and students that don't always get the attention that they really need in the classroom. So we wanted to step in and provide that for them. And we had some objectives starting, and I'm happy to say we did meet them. We wanted to provide free tutorial service, by the way, totally free to the families, to at least 10 families. And right now we are working with a wait list. We have tutors on standby, we have families on standby that we're still just trying to get started and match, but we're excited to keep that going. And then of course we wanted to improve their performance in the classroom and their grades by at least 50% in science and math, but we do offer to work with them in all subjects as well. So we start off with training our volunteers. We do take our time to really get to know our volunteers as well as our students to better understand their capabilities and what they would like to, how involved they would like to be with us. And then it goes to the parents and that just back to that student matching. So we think it's really important to get tutors and students that mesh together, as we saw with Jelena and Jamila. You know, that bond is really important because without it, we wouldn't be anywhere. So that's really where we want to start off and get that trust and building relationships. You can learn through it. And then, so once our students are matched with our families, we go into the initial tutoring where they really, again, just get to know each other better, figure out what our goals are, what we want to do with them through their tutoring, how we can improve their grades and just their confidence in the classroom. And of course, our pre-assessments, that's how we measure, their improvement. So in the pre-assessment, it's not about judgment, it's not about you can't do this or can't do that. It's what can we grow? So we're really just trying to get that baseline of where we're going to start off and where we can get to. Our tutors do take the time to plan out their lessons, plan out their sessions, and really customize it to our students. And I think that's a really important part of what we're doing here, that one-on-one attention that, again, they're not always getting in the classroom. Just because it is so hard to provide when you have a class full of children. So that's where we really just want to step in and help out. And then, of course, we have our session surveys and our post-assessment. So after every session, we do ask our tutors and our students to give us some feedback about what they learned, what they accomplished, and what they think we can improve on, because we're always trying to improve and just, do what we can to make it better. Do you feel like we're improving? Do you feel like you improved? We saw that for sure. Oh, and the post-assessment, again, we just go back to looking back at that pre-assessment. And I think it's one of the most rewarding things because you can see it on paper, how much I've grown, how much I've changed, and how much I have learned. Okay. Nice. And lastly, again, we do provide these services free of charge to our families. And our tutors put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of love to the children. So we appreciate any and all donations that you're willing to offer, that you can offer to keep this going. Because again, we want to shorten that wait list and keep kids coming in, keep tutors flowing in. And as Ms. Kay says, just keep it moving. Okay, I think that's all. Awesome, thank you, everyone. Thank you for this wonderful presentation. So it's just another reason to continue to give and to continue to donate. As a parent of young ones who are very gifted, I'm very blessed to have children that are very bright and very successful in school, but everyone needs a little bit of help, and to have a tutor for free is invaluable. It really is as a parent. And so if we're able to support this organization to help more parents take care of their children's needs or concerns, then that's enough right there for me to want to continue to give and be a part of this. So for everyone out there in virtual world, please continue to give, help us reach our goal. And thank you again, Evelyn, for your presentation on STEM class. Okay, so I think that's a perfect segue into how important the people behind the machine are, which is our volunteers, perfect segue into that. And so we do have volunteer presentation. And I think we're gonna have a presentation by Miss Amber, Miss Evelyn, and Miss Natasha. No, not Miss Natasha. Okay, sorry.
I'll show this video.
Okay. These are just some of our volunteers. Everyone's kind of already touched on how important our volunteers are, and I believe that the volunteers are the heart of STEMS4Girls, and we will obviously want to be able to do it's all about them. So now we're just going to kind of recognize them. I'm going to call out names. Oh, never mind.
You want to do this first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to kind of go through the program like very shortly because obviously each program has different volunteers. So we've already touched on it. So like I said, the heart of STEMS4Girls, we do the unique intergenerational approach, kind of like Evelyn talked about, where we like to have different generations of volunteers and tutors. We obviously focus on encouraging them to strive in STEM fields, like we talked about all night. And then, so basically the goal of the program is to sustain our program services through the efforts of volunteerism, where our objective is to provide 20 volunteer opportunities to those in Tallahassee community. And this year we have over 25 volunteers engaged in these programs. So we've surpassed our objective, which is really exciting. And we're excited to grow that and getting new requests on volunteer beyond every day. And then Evelyn also touched on this, but to become a volunteer, they first respond on Volunteer Beyond's website. And then they have an orientation session where we kind of go over what STEMS4Girls is and how they're going to be able to impact it. And they do background checks as needed. And then they can begin working with our children. As Evelyn said, they get matched and paired and all that stuff. And the goal is to create long-term relationships that inspire others to get involved and be the last impact. on our community. These are just some of the volunteer testimonials from the past. So for example, in 2019, someone said, I enjoyed working with the members and creating lesson plans, science fairs, and most importantly, seeing the excitement of the students when they learn something new. STEMS4Girls was a positive experience and helped me grow as a person, as well as realizing my strengths and my weaknesses. And there's another one also below it, but on the next slide, yeah. This one's a really important one. Shows my name is Amira Whitehead, a recent graduate from Florida State University with a BS in psychology and a former program mentor and coordinator for STEMS4Girls. I'm currently working with an amazing research team in Atlanta who is studying to understand the correlation between underserved communities and increase in mental illnesses. STEMS4Girls has been one of the best experiences in my undergraduate career, and I'm truly thankful for the opportunities the organization has offered me. Director Kay Crawford truly has put her heart and soul into STEMS4Girls, and it shines through working with students and volunteers. The organization has shown the importance of investing education in our underserved communities. More importantly, that minority men and women are needed in STEM careers. I have enjoyed working with the members in creating lesson plans, science fairs, and most importantly, seeing the excitement of the students when they learn something new. STEMS4Girls has been a positive experience in helping me grow as a person, as well as realizing my strengths and weaknesses. So it's really cool to see that our volunteers also are impacted by this program just as much as those who are being tutored and being helped in their undergraduate careers, or not undergraduate, in like elementary school and all of that, and then college-wise, this is like impacting them and in their future careers, and now she's working in a field that she once was in STEMS4Girls. So it's very cool. But now we're gonna give out our awards. So we're gonna be in this pair, we're gonna kind of go through them, and we're just gonna read them off. And then at the end, if you're here or if you're online, either way, you guys can let us know how you want your certificate given to you, whether that's mailed or you can pick them up obviously if you're here.
I think one of the important aspects of STEMS4Girls and the volunteer program is that it is an intergenerational program. So it has 5 generations of families that we impact. The baby boomers like me, believe it or not, I'm getting all tech savvy. And when I'm around my senior friends and I show them how to swipe and make marks and do things, they are as amazed at me as I am at you all with the speed in which you can use the computer. So we have the baby boomers, we have the professionals like Jamie, like this wine glass and others. Then we also have our college students. Then we have our youth. Jelena is one of our youth volunteers. Ms. Coleman's daughter was one of our youth volunteers. And then because the little kids, when we're in the session, they want to help clean the board, they want to help pass out things. So now we started a Pee-wee volunteer group. And that is to encourage them to get involved in civic engagement. So we are 5 generations, and each generation is impacting the other. The other important thing about our volunteer program is that it helps to keep the cost of our program down. At this point, everyone is a volunteer. Our volunteers have served over 8,000 hours. Is that true? If Volunteer Leon was giving away awards for organizations who have contributed the most or who have done the most hours, STEMS4Girls is off the chart. We get no less than 3 responses per week to help out with what we're doing. So I say that because the volunteer program is probably our largest
program that we operate. And there's a lot more that we can do to help that group better prepare for the real world. So hopefully we'll get a little session on financial wisdom, how to get that estate plan going right now while you're young, and also give you some options for donating through your employer's employee matching fund. So I'm looking forward to seeing your name pop up on a Giving Tuesday. Miss Kay, I donated. We just have one from a couple of volunteers who have graduated. Did you see my donation? Did you see my donation? So I'm really thankful for you all, and I hope that you stay connected and that your experience with STEMS for Girls is going to be a lifelong learning experience for you. So we have Terrace Gutzman, and we met her earlier. We want to thank you for, do they say anything? Was Terrace not here?
No.
Oh, okay. Evelyn Thomas. We want to give you a special award because in a short amount of time that she's been with us, she has probably served on every committee. So if there's anyone that's better able to step into my shoes when I leave, it's Evelyn, because she knows a little bit about, every program. So Evelyn, we want to thank you. We also want to give you this special STEMS for Girls. Jamie, I forgot to give this to you. And here's your award. Can I show off your gift?
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna show off my award.
Sure. Oh. So before you leave, if you didn't get a STEMS for Girls pencil, we have some nice STEMS for Girls pencils. We have our STEM for Girl pen. Ariel, do you still have a STEMS for Girls pen?
I have a couple.
All right, that's awesome. So you must be special to get our STEMS for Girls 2020 coffee mug. So again, that is because you have worked really, really hard and contributed a lot to the organization. So we just need you to record those hours and that would be great. So again, for those of you who, anyway, thank you. Thank you so much, I love that cup.
Thank you.
Tasha Bridgewater, she's been with us for a very long time. She isn't here to receive hers. Antonio, he put together our Lights On After School event. He isn't here. Caitlin Wayne, she's been here with us for 3 years also. High school, I think she came on right after you did. And she does a lot of graphic designs, posters and things for us. And she often talks about how her opportunity to work with us has strengthened her designing and graphic designing skills. And that's what we want to do. We want to give you an opportunity to, get better at your craft. We have volunteers who didn't know that they had a certain talent or ability. I don't know if you recall the first video, Our Story video that was shared. That person is a biology major, had no idea that she was gifted in, what do you call it, videography. And she was like, oh, I don't like my voice, oh no. She has done a fabulous job and has such a great sense of humor. But so again, these are some of the benefits that we see coming from our volunteers. Jelena. Thank you. Thank you. Shahid, young man that came on this summer, was it summer or the fall? And he's helped us out with our Saturday program. And you know what, if they're not here, I think I just, for those of you who aren't here, we'll just put these in the mail to you and you'll get your certificates there. Okay, we weren't just trying to show off how many volunteers we have, but we really have a big crew of volunteers. Is there anyone else that's here? Is there one for you? Okay, and then we have Maya.
Mia.
Did I say? I knew it. If I had said Mia, then it would have been Maya. And we want to thank you. Madison. Our newcomer, who has been an awesome contributor. These two ladies, now this is the picture I want, man. No, when I tell you that they have so much, what do you call it, giving in their spirit, that it's a blessing. It's a blessing. You don't often find that many people who give so easily and easy to work with too. Okay, thank you. Natasha has come on board recently as our IT person. She's helped us put this together and she's over there working. Is that me?
That's you.
Oh. Okay. Jamila. Okay. Thank you, Jamila, for your time and your service and all of the support that you've given to me. Precious is on Zoom?
Yes.
Okay.
Precious.
Hey, Precious.
Hey.
We want to thank you for your time and effort in helping us develop the STEM Plus program. So be safe and we hope that you get home soon.
Thank you guys, I
Her
appreciate
recognition
it.
is for her leadership skills in the STEM Plus tutorial program. And Amber's recognition is for her leadership in the STEMS4Girls volunteer program. Okay. Is that it? Mariana and Peyton. No, they're not here. So is there any volunteers that I missed? No. I can't be too mixed up. They came on at the, I mean, they look nothing alike, but they have their heart is so similar. So at this time, we want to thank you and that's it.
The food, right?
Well, let me just say before we conclude, because I think we're nearing the end, right? We're concluding, right? I want to thank you for always thinking of others first, especially
the children that are the participants in this group and the volunteers. You know, my daughter started in this program, that's how I got introduced to you. And she has now decided to do graphic design and digital design. And even has a Fiverr account. And that's a skill that we didn't know that she had until, well, a little bit before it's STEM4Girls. You were playing around with it, but you know, you're pretty good at it now, so. And then I've got a future paleontologist back there. So, you know, I appreciate, you really don't know the impact. I don't know that you really fully understand the impact that you have and how much you touch on people's lives. So thank you so much for the incredible work that you do, not only for the people in this room, but outside of in our community. So thank you. And thank you also to all the volunteers. This certainly could not have been accomplished if it wasn't for your skills, your time, and your resources. That includes our board of directors. Natasha and I go back over 20 years.
Yes,
We'll say
ma'am.
20 plus years.
20 plus.
So you are in great hands. And again, I just thank you all for allowing us to be a part of this. And all the
we
work that
thank
you're
you.
doing.
We thank you and we look forward to seeing you next
Next
year.
year.
Our mistress of ceremony for life. She herself has an incredible spirit and story that I think touches other people's lives as well. And I am so thankful that God has placed her in our group, and she's brought her children to enjoy. If Miss K can do it, guess what? So can you. So I want to encourage you all, thank you all for coming, and just keep this organization and the work we do in your prayers. We do, I mentioned to you that if it were not for the gifts that we receive, whether it be through your volunteer service or the contributions that we get from our donors, we would not be able to have the impact that we're having right now, today. And for that, well, I'm so grateful. This is like an experiment to me. You know, I'm retired. What am I gonna do with this youthful spirit? And so I've gone full circle to come around to something that I've always wanted to do, and that is work with children, to be able to provide them with that extra support that they need to succeed. But when I started out at your age, my family was like, no, you're not going to college to be a babysitter. So I decided that I was going to college, but what else did I want to do? I looked in the newspaper and I looked for the highest paying jobs. At that time in high school, I was probably maybe the third best typist. I knew stenography, and I was just really blessed with skills for employment. So going into School of Business or engineering or computers were my choices. I wanted to be a scientist. I wanted to be an engineer. So I did 2 years in a community college, got the business stuff out of the way, got my grades up, transferred to a state college. And then I started that math curriculum. And while I thought I was good, I hit a block. And I was like, okay, that's enough. So I had enough credits where it was easy for me to transfer into the School of Business. And so I transferred in the School of Business, and I developed some additional skills other than my ability to type well and that kind of thing. So computers were just coming out. And with my skills and my background,
in the early 70s, the job market was open. It was hot. I could get a job here. The next year, go next door, get another job and get more money. So I did that. I did insurance. I did a couple of other things until I retired. And I finally had that chance to come back to what I love. And so having the opportunity to be here in Tallahassee, planting the seed for a program that could have major impact in the lives of children and youth and their ability to develop a love for learning science, learning about engineering. It's incredible where that will take them and the income potential that they will have. So someone's got to do it, and I'm glad that I have the opportunity to make it happen. So thank you all for the push and the pulls and the headaches. No, thank you all. So with that, is that the close of the program? Stand up. You want to play that song we wanted to hear? Excuse me? Oh. Nothing works. It was called Still I Rise.
Oh, turn the speaker on right there.
Turn the speaker on.
Yeah.
What time is it?
8:30. I don't even know how to turn the thing off.